Sonic News! A new show appears! It's super effective! I am SSF. Apply. Pull my finger, please. Please? No? Screw you. I was polite. Ah.
Welcome to SonicNews.
Live from the magnificent state of Virginia, here's your host, the news dude of Sonic Paradox, Sonic Sega Fan, 1991.
And hello everyone out there watching. It is now 6 o'clock, so you know what that means. It's time for another edition of the show that has been going somehow, some way, for 40 episodes now, for more than a year now. I'm so surprised. Yes, the SonicNews show. And it's a special one. Not only because we have a guest here, but also because there was a brand new release, a music album release just last week. Was it last week exactly? Was it?
No. It was like 10 months ago, wasn't it?
I don't know. Was it? I think it was. I think Sonic turned 20 that day.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It was on the 26th or so of August. So it was only, I only want to say it was like a week ago.
Yeah, it was about that. But
Like it was literally like a week and a day ago. No, it was a week and 2 days. No, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was 8 days. So like a week and one. It was like 7 days and then one more day. But then, so like it was like a week and a day. Yeah.
yeah, it was around there. It was around a week ago. But in case anyone's wondering what we're talking about, it was the release of the Sonic Remix Shorts album. And it's only fitting that with the release of this album, not only are we going to be playing the tracks from the album, at least some of them, because I don't know how we're going to be able to play like nearly 25 tracks in the, well, we could, they're not really that long, but in any case, it's only fitting that in the regards to the release of this album that we actually have one of the artists who contributed to the album, and who better than DJ Ears here.
Hey, what's up?
I unintentionally rhymed there, but yes. And, of course, if you don't know who DJ Ear is, which you really should by now, considering how many tracks he's done, how much he's contributed to the Sonic community as a whole, and I can't even begin to list the amount of tracks you've done, dude. It's endless.
What, in total, or just like Sonic Sega-related tracks? Because I think it's only maybe like 25.
I guess in total.
In total? Okay, well, in total, I've done well over like probably like 200 or 300 or more some odd tracks.
Wow.
And some of those are not even available online anymore. And that's not even counting all the crap that like even I deemed was like retarded and was no way going to see the light of day, and they just sit around on my computer, as reminders of, ha, we could have been cool, but you suck. And the songs kind of like taunt me from my computer, and they're like, so remember when you were working on me and you thought I was gonna be badass? Yeah, right.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are you doing there, buddy? Oh, clicking on your latest song there, I see. Oh, I think you're so great. Not gonna come back and finish me up, are you? So, there's lots of them that sit around, and they constantly drive me to continue to produce better and better and more stuff.
Definitely. I mean, with every track I think you release, they just get better and better, and people are going to be able to really experience that in the Sonic Remix shorts, because you didn't just do one track for that album. You did quite a few.
I did like 3, which was the maximum number of submissions. No, actually, I did. I did. Well, if it's okay, I'll go ahead and plug it. But the Sonic Stadium music album 2011, I did about 4 songs for that, and some of them were kind of short, but there was still a lot more time that I spent, and I still managed to get them in past the deadline because Viz is really cool, and managed to push the deadline off until like past the beginning of the year. But that's not even as retarded as the Sonic Stadium music album 2012 that's going on right now, and that's due. I think the submission deadline is now like towards the end of the year, this year. But I think I've got like 6 submissions that I plan on doing, and I've only started on like maybe 1 of them.
Yeah, at least you have all the time in the world in the case of the album, I believe. When is it supposed to come out again?
Well, the TSSA 12 is, and you might ask Viz because he's there in the chat room.
Yeah.
But I know there it is, February 2013.
We'll probably know that. We'll probably be able to hear that before the next Sonic game comes out. So. Yeah,
won't that be great? But no, I've got a whole slew of ideas and tunes that I'm wanting to do for the TSSA 12 or however it's being called. And I would show you, except I don't think it's even on the front page anymore. Damn it, Viz! What did you do? Jackass! Where is all that? Where's the list of songs? Where is the dude? Viz, list of songs. I had it up there so I wouldn't have to keep the list lying around on my computer, and now it's gone. It's gone. It's not there. You're supposed to. All there is the album cover with the spoiler, and it's not there. There's no other thing. It's not on the first post anymore. I don't see it anywhere around here. It's nowhere. Gone. Vamoose. Gone. You know what I'll do? I have all of the source tracks lying around. So what I'll do is I'll hop into wherever I decided to put those and let you know what they are. But go ahead, continue telling people how awesome I am while I listen to that.
Well, before I really get into it, can you guys in the chat room, speaking in the chat room, can you guys actually hear the tracks playing? Because I actually have.
Yes, they can, because I am partly listening to it and I can hear it as well. Okay. There is music playing in the background. I can totally hear it.
Yep. That should be Ding the Ting actually
is
playing.
It?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Well, why am I talking over my own song?
Because it'll allow you guys to be able, the people in the chat room will be able to hear your work. Oh,
okay, cool. Well, this is Ding the Ting, and it's a very short piece, but it's freaking awesome. And I don't want to talk too much over it, but yeah, it's just a little UK hardcore piece that I put together for the Sonic Paradox Remix Shorts, which is out now.
Yeah. But the album, fittingly, I did mention last week that the album may come out, because I didn't know exactly what was going on with the release at this time last Sunday, and I figured it probably, I guess there was still some pairing that needed to be done or something, but I do recall, like, the very next day after the show, last week's show happened, that the album actually went up, so I figured that by the time the next show would take place, the album would be up, and sure enough. So,
yep. No, and I apologize, I didn't know that the music was playing, because, like, even though I've got it up and I'm listening to it, Yeah, there it is again. I keep muting it just because there's a bit of a delay, and it's a little too much of a delay to monitor off of, so I'm not monitoring.
Yeah, the delay can be a little bit of an irritation, but yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that for those who also may be familiar with DJ Year's music, not only does the library of music, not just Sonic and Sega, but the whole library, it's been featured in, you know, a few animations, you know, like, in case you guys forgotten, last year when Sonic Paradox did a preview for Sonic Short 7, the credits just happened to be one of DJ Year's tracks. And I do recall that was the track that, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and play that right now since I do have it. I keep forgetting to keep an eye on the music, but
no, he was just telling me about this before the show started. You know, I'll pop the yeah, there it is.
Yep, it's the remix. I can't pronounce this for some reason.
J, just like they're saying in the song, J
Rocket.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah. The remix to JJ Rocket, I almost say JJ, JJ Rocket, this was actually featured in the credits to the Sonic Short 7 preview. What I was surprised at hearing was that DJ Year here did not know that was actually at Summer Sonic this past year.
Well, the year before, right? Yeah, 2011. Yeah. No, first of all, I didn't even know that it had been used in the Paradox shorts until when I uploaded an initial release of the song on YouTube, the version that's on YouTube, and a random commenter was like, "Hey, what's up, DJ Chow?" And I was like, "Yeah, freaking awesome song. I really loved it." I was like, "Cool. It's not my name, but all right." It's like, no, dude. It was like, it was in that, you know, the credits of the Sonic Paradox, you know, animation thing. I was like, what is that exactly? Can you link that to me? So I didn't find out until, you know, just months and months ago that the song had even been used in Paradox's animations. But I just found out today for the first time that it had been played at Summer of Sonic in 2011. So that's totally awesome, and I'm taking full credit for that. So now I can say that my JJ Rocket remix that was played 2 years in a row at Summer of Sonic, because Blitzy played it this year, and there's video footage of people going crazy, and that makes me all kinds of happy. Massive respects out to Blitzy. Or yeah, was he Blitzy? Blitz Chris? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Blitz Chris. But yeah, it's really amazing to hear just how well the tracks just blend in, and you know, they're so catchy. It's like it's one thing that I don't know how many people are aware of, but one thing that I do consider a good song is catchiness. I like it when a song can make me just, you know, bebop or tap my feet or something, you know, that gets me going, and your songs do just that.
Thanks, man. I will say, absolute credit for that song has to go to Hideki Naganuma, because he made the original tune. And I love that dude, and I love all the work that he has done. And after I started playing Rush, I fell into an all new kinds of respect and ways of thinking about how to put together music with sampling and all kinds of stuff. And I've gone full blown like sample crazy since Rush came out, and that is all thanks to him. And I absolutely love the dude, and nothing but respect, especially because he plugged the song himself, which he seems to do for a lot of people, a lot of fans that like to play with his music and remix them and mash them up and all kinds of stuff. He absolutely loves it. If you wanna make that man happy, you wanna make Hideki Nakanuma happy, go do something with his music and show it to him, and he'll put a big smile on his face and he'll share it with everybody because he absolutely loves it.
Yeah, definitely. I suggest that too. Do it. Well, after the show, obviously, but after the show ends, do it. You know, do it. Yeah. Anyway,
just do it. No,
yeah.
Actually, okay. So, you're playing Doing the Thing again. See, I keep muting it, so I don't know what's playing right now. But
now that I know that everyone's able to hear it, I'm just going through all the recycling through them all again. But I will be playing the rest of them. So, there's Sonic Remix.
Hey, what's up, man? Or girl? I still have. Okay. I stayed the night with them, I hung out with them for Sonic Boom, and I still have a hard time, like, trying to remember, like, which one is Sonic Remix and which one is Shadow Remix, because, those are really, generic names, and they, like, are married to each other. So, it's all kinds of ridiculous trying to remember, like, oh yeah, what's up? You're the other one, okay. Well, so I just, I'm pretty sure Sonic Remix is the dude who has been helping me out with trying to get Sonic R to run on Windows 7, and he is all kinds of awesome. And Shadow Remix is his lovely wife, who is I love making crack up because she has a great laugh. And she does all kinds of work for Sonic Radio, which is all kinds of fun. And they were really cool for offering to bring me on down and drive me to Sonic Boom and back. And they made me steak, and we got to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was insane. It was absolutely insane. I could be completely wrong. The roles could be completely reversed, and I'm talking about the other. In which case, screw them. And But, no, what I was going to say, and I'm just going to continue talking, like I said, I've been in radio now for over like a year and a half, so I've developed the ability to talk relentlessly at very high volumes and very fast paces about absolutely nothing for hours and hours and hours. So here's here's all of the amazing source tracks that I will absolutely 100% be remixing for the Sonic Stadium music album 2011. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I will be doing a remix of Escape from the City for City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2. I will be doing Deep Woods from Sonic and the Black Knight. I'm going to try hand at Blast Town from Sonic Riders. Zero Gravity, I think.
Yeah.
I need to go reference that. I've already started on Ocean Base from Sonic Advance 3. Death Egg Act 2 from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I've already started on that as well. I'm going to do Bomber Barbara from Sonic Rush, because that is probably one of my favorite tunes, and it does not get nearly enough love. And I'm going to play around with Sandstorm from Sonic and the Secret Rings, or whatever, 7 secret, with the genies. And it's a storybook game, so nobody cares, but it's got some really great music, and that's all that matters to me. In fact, if just throwing this out there, if you come across someone that tells you Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 was a terrible game, remind them that it had an amazingly beautiful soundtrack. And if they deny that, then punch them in the face, because anyone who thinks the music from Sonic 2006 was not good is fucking retarded.
Yeah, even though 06 did have, it was terrible in the sense it had bad gameplay, but it did have one good thing, and that was the soundtrack. The soundtrack stands out to me in the game that didn't really have a whole lot of positive things about it.
No, it didn't. And I actually own a copy of the game for the Xbox 360, and it is just terrible. I mean, if I... Like, honestly, my impression of that game went down the tubes the moment I had to wait, like, a minute and a half just to, like, talk to a dude, and then a minute and a half for it to load a mission, and then a minute and a half for me to retry that mission when I failed the first time because the controls are fucking retarded, and I didn't get all the loops or whatever in time, and then like a minute and a half after I managed to finally beat it, and to talk to the dude again, and then a minute and a half to like load the world again. So that was my, you know, first impression of that game, and I don't think I got past the like first jungle stage or whatever the hell it was called, but or Windy Valley. I think I got to Windy Valley, but that was about it. Also, I'm sorry, Sonic Remix. That is a girl. She is a girl, and you have every right to berate me and beat me over the head with a frying pan, or not, because I'm way too adorable to cause physical abuse to.
Don't worry. Whenever I end up in another call with Sonic Remix again, I have a good feeling that she won't come out of the call so adorable with the way our conversations get.
She'll find a way. Hey, at least my microphone doesn't sound terrible. That's not nearly that funny anymore. They actually went out and they bought a new microphone just the other day, and I know just from knowing what kind of microphone that it is that it's freaking awesome, and they're going to sound just fine. The only trick now is they're trying to work 2 USB mics as inputs into Sam Broadcaster for their radio station. And that is a bigger hassle than you might think because, and I will say it again, Sam Broadcaster is fucking retarded, and it only allows for 1 microphone input. So good luck trying to have more than 1 person talking at the same time if you plan on using Sam Broadcaster. You're going to have to go and get some kind of alternative source to like route audio into. This is all kinds of technical information that nobody gives a shit about, so we'll just drop that subject and move on to something else. Let's see what you're playing in the background now. Hey, this is probably my favorite one. Well, I can't pick favorites yet, but I really loved making this song.
Yeah, bang it out. It's radio edit, actually.
That is the only version that exists right now, but I will be extending it into a full song.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's understandable. The main thing was getting the album out first, and then, you know, full versions will start showing up in the future, so... I'd imagine, well, at least with this one.
Yeah, well, similar to how I went about the JJ Rocket tune. There's actually I was telling you this will be insider information first heard on Sonic Paradox News.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh no, we need to throw up a little banner, right? First at Sonic Paradox. Dun 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 dun. You heard it here first, folks. There's actually like 4 different versions of my JJ Rocket remix. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
The YouTube version of that song is actually a pre-release version to the SSK Beats album. That was a remix album for the Supersonic Knockout fan game that I've been making music for. You can go get that at my Bandcamp page, by the way, hupow00.bandcamp.com, HUEPOW00, or just go to djear.com. There's my shameless plug for the night. We'll do it again at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But the album version on there is actually a finished version of that track, and it's a little bit different. And then on my latest release, Green Eyes Zone Bad Future, also on Bandcamp. There is the J to the E to the H to the J that I had only sort of thrown around to a couple of places prior, but now you can go download it and whatever, and it's sort of a jungle, dub kind of remix, as well as that album also has the fourth and final version of the song, which is an extended VIP mix of the original JJ Slammin' with DJ intro and outro. But you're not going to see that unless you go download it, so take it from me. There's actually 18 tracks on that album. There's 3 of them that are hidden because they're bonus tracks, and you need to go download it. And you want to because there's bonus tracks and a little comic artwork that I actually drew like years ago in 2006, and it's stupid and terrible and looks like crap, but it's hilarious that I drew it, and you can get that along with a bunch of great music.
Definitely. And I do believe that we'll be able to dwell on the if you guys missed those links, all these links that he just plugged, you'll be able to hear them again later on in the show. So, needless to say, Mike's
needless to say, if you just go to my website, djear.com, you don't have to worry about links because they're all right there on the website. Yeah. Totally easy.
It's the HQ.
Yep.
DJ Ear HQ.
So anyways, I have talked far too much about myself in like less than 5 minutes or however long it's been. So let's talk about some other stuff. What other stuff you want to talk about? You want to talk about the remix album? Are we going to let that play in the background and chat about that, or did you want to get onto some late breaking news here at Sonic Paradox?
Well, I suppose we can go ahead and continue on with the show, considering there is quite a bit to talk about, namely mostly because of the fact that PAX has been taking place currently, and we've been getting a lot of news coming from that in regards to, Sonic and Sega, but probably the biggest news so far from PAX has been coming out today, and it's hard to believe, but we now know some information about Sonic Adventure 2, finally.
Yay!
We finally got some information about Sonic Adventure 2 HD.
I'm gonna say this right now, just flat out. Sonic Adventure 2 is probably my favorite of that era's 3D Sonic games. I like that game more than the original Sonic Adventure because it was focused on racing.
Yeah.
It was all focused on like, and yeah, whether or not you want to get into like blah 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 blah. Hey, fact of the matter is, I liked being able to race against my friends, and you couldn't do that in the original Sonic Adventure. You could do it in Sonic Adventure 2, so that was a lot of fun. Or Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, whichever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle DX Director's Cut Gems Collection on Steam.
Yeah. But nevertheless, there's been not just one. No, it's just been so much information about the game that's been coming out from PAX, and it's really great to see that at last. As I'm changing music here.
At last, there's information coming out. No, it was cool. When I was I got to be at Sonic Boom, like I said, with Sonic and Shadow Remix and several others, and that is when I think that is when they first announced that they were re-releasing Sonic Adventure 2. And you should have heard the volume of that room just rose to decibels where I probably lost hearing.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing a video of them showing the trailer, and everyone just went nuts when they heard Live and Learn start up. I believe it was Live and Learn. Yeah,
that was pretty insane. It was pretty insane, and so I'm looking forward to seeing that game in HD 1080i, whatever.
Yeah.
With plenty of Big the Cat to go around, right? You want to?
Well,
I heard something about that.
I do believe that is one of the new bits of information that did come out of PAX, and that is that the big cameos are going to be returning.
Now, can you explain to me about the big cameos? Because I've played that game a lot, but I played it a lot years ago, and I never knew about. I vaguely recall never seeing Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure 2. Where can I see Big the Cat?
Well, in the case of the big cameos in Sonic Adventure 2, the Dreamcast version, you could see him making little cameos in the background of the cutscenes. Out of place, You know, like in the he gets run over by the gun truck apparently in one cutscene.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, is this is only in the original version of the game? It's not in the battle version that they had on the GameCube?
It is on the battle version, but the catch is that they made it so it's a little bit harder to see them. You'd actually have to put in a button combination on your controller, like press a certain sequence of buttons to see big. I do believe that it had been confirmed that you won't need to put a button combination for the Sonic Adventure 2 HD release. So, needless to say, those who missed the big cameos should be able to see them in their original form, which is pretty kick-ass.
Pretty cool.
It shows Sega hasn't completely forgotten about Big. Haven't completely forgotten about Big. Another...
Which you think they would probably want to forget about Big.
Yeah.
He seems like such a token, like he's like the Meg of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like Big the Cat shows up and everyone's just like, "Shut up, Big."
Yeah.
I've got to save Froggy. Shut up, Big.
I must save Froggy.
We'll let you back in the house. Go outside, shoot.
Yeah. Oh god, I just thought, oh boy, Vizard's gonna hate me for this. But I just thought of a quote as a Speed Racer.
Oh no.
Aha! I'm gonna say Froggy. Aha!
Hey, I was gonna say, speaking of Viz, one of his tunes is playing in the background right now. Absolutely amazing piano rendition of Metal Harbor that I freaking love. By the way, Vizard, this Metal Harbor was always like one of my favorite songs because they threw in those horn sections, and this just takes the cake.
Yeah. The album as a whole, you can really see that everyone put their effort into it. It just stands out so much. And
oh no, go continue. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it stands out so much, and it's like you not only can you tell just how much effort you can they put into it, but you can tell who did what just by listening, because they all have their each individual style, and it shows.
Yeah, I think so. I would actually I've been saying this a little bit around the place, but I really enjoy the Sonic Paradox remix shorts a little bit more than I enjoyed. Well, not enjoyed doing so much, but the Sonic Stadium Music album 2011. Now, granted, I was on that album, so you know, I don't want to put it down too much, but I really think that the quality of the submissions, as far as, you know, technical kinds of stuff like, you know, bit rates and blah 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 blah, the actual audio quality was really, really up there. The value of the varied genres that were on display. I really enjoy seeing lots of different kinds of renditions of different pieces, and I think that the sort of spread outedness of the source material in the remix shorts was far above the original Sonic Stadium album, and all those kinds of things are kinds of things that I look for when I'm looking to make a remix myself. As far as, like, you know, hey, what's a game or a tune that, like, doesn't get any love whatsoever that I kind of enjoy, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the Paradox remix shorts really did that and pulled it off, and I'm really enjoying it. And it was a great fun and great challenge too, because of the limitation on the length of the song. So it's really interesting to be able to just jump from, you know, hey, now here's one thing, you know, here's another, you know, it keeps your attention, so it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a great album. I mean, this is coming from someone who's not sounding biased either, just because of the fact that I'm on Sonic Paradox, obviously. But
I am totally biased because I had songs all over this freaking thing. but no. I'm not trying to put down the Sonic Stadium Music Album 2011, which has a really long name, and I sometimes forget the acronym. But I absolutely loved working on it, and there's some great tunes on there. But I feel that there are more great tunes. Maybe just because they're shorter and it took people maybe a little bit less time to have to work on them. But I think the value of the remix shorts is far and above the 2011 album, which only goes to show you that the 2012 album that's in the works right now is gonna blow away the remix shorts. You know it's gotta have to happen. It's like, okay, remix shorts stepped it up a notch as far as, you know, little community remix albums. So the Stadium 2012 album is going to have to just blow it out of the park, and it's going to have to be like, hey, you're not going to believe the crap that's on here. It's going to be like 12 discs long with like full-on, you know, 19-minute long ambient noise renditions of, you know, Live and Learn, with like, you know, pan flutes and you know, full-on like orchestrated choirs and 12-piece orchestras. It's that kind of caliber that the Sonic Stadium album is going to be putting out just to blow the remix shorts out of the water. You know it's going to happen.
yeah, definitely. And by the way, I'm also playing. You can tell I've been branching out more. I'm actually playing Sonic Sneakers' tracks now, so.
Sneakers actually made a bunch of tunes that I enjoyed on that album.
Yeah.
More than some of the other folk. I am really impressed.
He did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
No.
What are you talking about? No. Didn't I say this earlier? Were you not listening? Okay, the maximum number of submissions for the Paradox album was 3. You could only do 3 songs. Only 3 songs. He can't have done 6.
I see the Night Jazz mix of We Can. I see the Black Hole Parade. I see Aquatic Ruin Rock. She'll Be Mine and Endless Mine.
What are you talking about? No, okay, now I'm interested. Now I gotta go look this shit up. There's no way he did more than 3 songs. There's absolute. Okay, hold on. Let's look this thing up here. We got Sonic Sneakers. Holy crap! You're right. What the fuck is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the fuck? I only do 3 songs. How do you get 6 songs on here?
I have.
Hold on. Wait.
I have no idea.
Asteroid Coaster, which is freaking awesome. Aquatic Ruin, which is freaking awesome. Shelby Mine and Endless Mine. Shouldn't that be Shelby? Wasn't that someone else? No, that can't be right. What? Gearing up for the bonus. I don't even remember what song that is. And Down Pyramid, which is like probably one of my favorite songs on the album. How the fuck did I miss this? How did I miss him putting 6 songs on here and everyone else only did 3? What is this bullshit?
I have no idea.
What the fuck is this bullshit? Oh, I'm totally calling him out on this. This is some kind of nonsense. Oh, wait. Oh, and let's not forget, he collaborated with Cody on Dreams of an Absolution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and he collaborated with Mardik as ZXDX on Race to Win. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs. 8 songs on this album are by Sonic Sneakers? And I completely missed this? How did I miss this? How is this even possible? How does this even happen and I missed it?
I don't know.
What? How? This is not possible. It's entirely impossible that I missed this.
It's a long story, I guess.
Oh my god. I mean, literally, just realized this.
SonicNews show where realizations are made.
Oh, now here's Vizard says he removed the limit towards the end. What? Nobody told me. I didn't get a fucking memo. What, did he remove the limit just to fit in another 4 songs? 5 songs? No. No way. Okay. Let's okay, if he okay, -8. How many tracks? Hold on. -8. How many tracks are on here? There would have been only 17 tracks. -8. So let's say he did 3. That still would have been 20 tracks, right? At least. I don't know. That's just weird. I can't believe this is like, oh yeah, my song was played at Summer of Sonic in 2011? Oh, what? Sonic Sneakers has like 8 tracks on the Paradox album, and I didn't realize it until just now? What?
And the best part is that reaction has been recorded for all of mankind.
Like, I'm not complaining, because like 7 of those 8 tracks are awesome. I love them. Like, I can't stop listening to them. But like, how did I miss the fact that there's 8 of them by him? How did that happen? And I completely... Okay. I have obviously just been way too busy. Like, granted, besides the fact that the deadline bothered to, like, push back just for me, I think, because I wasn't finished with my own work, I was, like, spending... And I typically end up doing this, and it's probably a really bad idea, but, like, when I'm working on my songs, be like, deadline's in December. You're like, what do I need to worry about that? It's in December. That's like, months and months and months from now. And so I don't work on it until December, until like 2 weeks before the deadline. And then all right, coffee, Red Bull, Dr. Pepper, and a whiteboard with which to like lay out my plan of attack. All right, so here's what's going on, man. We've got 1 week to finish 8 songs. So we're going to get very few hours of sleep. We're not going to eat 3 meals a day. And the 2 meals we are eating are going to be very scarce in what it is that we're actually eating. Also, you're still going to have to continue to do stuff on the radio every day and look for work. So imagine, if you will, that you're going to be bug-eyed and not realize what's going on until months after it's finished. And because even after everything gets finished, then I spend another, like, almost 2 weeks promoting everything. Because people, don't know what's going on. I'll say this, like, this is a perfect example. Something I've learned about in radio is if you start doing something new in radio, like if you have a new radio station or you switch, formats, or you've got a new show on the radio, it will literally take people like a year and a half before they finally realize that that's happened. Not even kidding. I am not even kidding. If you start up a show on the radio, expect a year and a half to go by before your closest friend even realizes you have a show on the radio. That's just what's going to happen. So in order to prevent that, you end up having to... What happened? Are we disconnected?
Are we?
A live stream says well, either I'm disconnected or we're disconnected.
Seems fine to me.
Oh, well,
No, it says Ultramaster disconnected.
Oh,
too.
no, we're back. Okay, maybe it was just me then. Well, anyways, so my point is, when you're coming out with something like this and you want people to know about it, you have got to drill it into their heads months before it gets released. You've got to be like everywhere, constantly talking about it and promoting it, months and months and months, so that by the time that it's getting ready to come out, and you for like the 8 trillionth time go, hey, our album's out today, go check it out, and they go, oh yeah, I think I heard about that a couple times, and then they'll bother to click on it. So, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. I have once again gone off on a tirade. again, just go check out the Sonic Remix shorts. It's fucking awesome. There's some great tunes on there. Let's get back to, because that is the point of this show, is it not? Some Sonic news.
Well, I will say this much. We won't have to worry about the last topic, since that's technically what we've been talking about for most of the time anyway, so...
Oh, great! Great.
Yeah, so... technically, we kind of did talk about the show, and also, I see there's a Disco Ponies in the chat, too.
The Disco Ponies finally show up. Dude, I haven't seen that guy in, like, forever. I did a song for the Sonic show, like, years ago, and it's terrible. It's like it was a terrible song that I made with, like, a really, like, the most god-awful of god-awful, like, guitar synthesizers. And I don't even have to say the name of it. People will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it was pretty bad. But hey, it's good to see Disco Ponies, and I do follow you and your stuff. So, the Sonic show has been running for like years now, like 20 years now. It's literally like 20 years old, and I think their birthday is like later tonight or tomorrow, because they've got some amazingly cool stuff going on that I don't know about, but it has something to do with dudes in bikinis, and there's lots of shit. And last time I checked, that means there's a birthday party, and I must have been invited.
By the way, Ultramaster, yes, I have been reading the chat. I've been commenting on it, too, so... just to clarify real quick, but yeah, pretty much everything's, I do believe the Sonic show turned 5 late last year, so, was it? I can't recall. It was, yeah, it was late last year, or was it?
Don't look at me!
Yeah, it'll be 6th of November, that's right. Because I remember I ended up on the, I started being in calls with the Sonic Show, and the Sonic Show Live around its 5th birthday, so, yeah, it'll be 6th of November. But, yeah, it's really, apparently, according to Jay, people still tell him that they still miss the, Season 2 theme tune, so, which apparently is the tune you did.
Really? People miss that shit?
According to Jay, they do.
Wow, that's incredible. I wish I could get back into the chat, but apparently I got disconnected, and now I can't log in for whatever reason.
Refresh? Because it still shows you as in the chat room.
Oh, really? Maybe that's... Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, my God. There I am. I'm in the chat. Holy shit. Hey. Okay, wait, no. I want to see what everyone's been saying. Okay, Sonic TV had problems. Disco Ponies is here. Jay! Looks like I was the only one that got away with it. People still tell me they missed the Season 2 theme tune. If that was me, that's fucking awesome. Disco Bum, good times. Ladies' Night was suggested. I totally remember that. That should totally happen. Where is KC when you need him? Speedos, my eyes. I have protection from the ladies? No, you don't, Resident FD. Yeah. They get angry. I think Shadow Remix can testify to that one. They don't get angry, they get even. Boom, chicka boom, bound chicka wow. Resident SD says, as a married man, I figured as much. Oh, so we have Sonic and Shadow Remix. I totally forgot about that. And then Sonic Off, aka Disco Bum, DJ Ears theme tune. Holy shit, it's on YouTube's. And it totally is, because I have that video favorited. The 5 years of the Sonic show, many intros of the past. Holy crap, people ask about that shitty ass fucking song that I made. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that when I went back and listened to it when you released that 5 years video, and I heard that song, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that is the most god awful tune I have ever heard in my life. So you know what I'm gonna have to do, just to make up for it, is I'm gonna have to make a new theme tune for the Sonic show. I haven't watched them in the last Sonic show thing that I saw was like the big balls, like everyone's always grabbing balls thing in Sonic the Hedgehog games, which like I busted a nut over, because that shit is accurate and hilarious. But I don't know if they're still doing theme songs or however that works, but I'll make a song for you, Disco Ponies. I'll make a song for you, Jay, and you will totally, like, put on a bikini and dance to it and film it and make that a segment on your next episode. I think you should do that.
Oh my god.
If not for me, for your tens of 15s of fans. Hundreds, thousands of, billions of, trillions of fans.
Oh man. Yeah, I know one thing Jay is getting prepared for, though, is the Sonic Off, which is supposed to be taking place tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time, so that'd be 12 p.m. your time. But, yeah, he's gotta study up on his Sonic knowledge for tomorrow.
For me?
No, Jay.
Oh, there, now I can chat again. Oh, I see what it was. It's like, I can't log in because I can't remember my fucking credentials. No, my Sonic knowledge is not actually that great. Contrary to popular belief, I'm a lurker. I follow Sonic the Hedgehog from afar because I fell for the Sonic cycle far too many times. And even though there are some more recent, games that I actually enjoyed, like I love Rush. 2006. Not so much because it was kind of, just a hassle to play, but like Unleashed I thought was a lot of fun. I even was okay with the Werehog stages, like 9 minutes though they were. It was still some fun platforming. I enjoyed that. I haven't played Sonic Colors, but I've seen it played, and that game is freaking amazing. And I have Sonic Generations. I've played Sonic Generations, even though there's like a trillion levels that are like way better choices other than some of the ones that they threw in there, like I know I can't think offhand, but I am sure I can come up with a list of stages that should have been in Generations, at least on the console ports. But Generations had some amazing tunes as well, and I really love that game. And yeah, I don't keep up with it as often as I should. Like the only place that I get my source of information for what's going on with like Sega or Sonic the Hedgehog are the community sites. I find out what's going on by, Sonic Stadium, tweets and goes, hey, there's a press release from, Ken Ballo, and he shaved his beard and shit. Oh, well, I gotta go check that out. That sounds pretty cool. What did he shave his beard for? Oh, it's just Sonic the Hedgehog episode 4, part whatever. And, it's like, alright, well. By the way, I did actually pay for the first Sonic 4 game, and it was god-awful terrible. And that's one of the... Even the second one is god-awful terrible. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is god-awful terrible. And if anyone says otherwise, they're fucking retarded. Alright? The music in that game, there was like 3 songs in that game that are good. 3. Maybe 4. 3 or 4 songs. That's it. That's it! The graphics, ooh la la. Gameplay, the levels, there's not enough of them! And that goddamn song for the boss is so irritating. I swear to God, it's like 5 seconds long. I can't tell you how many times, like, that shit'll get in your head. That shit will get in your head in a bad way. Like, you'd be walking around for the next month. What are you doing, Steve? I can't stop singing this fucking song. Well, shut up, it's annoying. I can't help it. And then you gotta get like a fucking wood block. Like you gotta go to Guitar Center and buy a fucking wood block and a large piece of wood so you can sit go. For hours. The song is so terrible, and it's for a fucking boss. Are you kidding me? And why are you using such a god-awful font for this fucking music in this game? Like, honestly, Why does music from like Genesis titles sound better than that shit? Why do you make trailers for the game with fucking awesome music, and then you don't use fucking like amazing cool stuff on your game? Someone explain that shit to... Okay, so hold on, my dog's barking for some reason. I gotta go. Play some songs, talk about some Sonic news real quick, and I'll be right back because I gotta go take care of my dog, okay? Shouldn't be too long. I'll be right back.
Alright.
That's all I have to say about that. I'll be back.
Oh, man. Oh, God. That's just starting to hurt now from laughter. But, yeah, in regards to Sonic news, there is the matter of Sonic Adventure 2 still, but, I'll go through a few topics real quick. Like I said, the big cameos from Sonic Adventure 2 are going to be returning. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle DLC has been confirmed. Meaning they'll have the game you get, the base game, will be Sonic Adventure 2, but then you can get the GameCube version. There will be Adventure 2 Battle DLC for it, which will probably be about $2. As for the base game, there's now a rumor. Originally, the rumor was that it was going to be for 1,600 Microsoft points. Cut that in half now. It's no longer 1,600 Microsoft points that's being rumored. It's 800 that's being rumored. So, needless to say, an 800 Microsoft point game with 400 Microsoft point DLC.
That's like $30. 800 points.
Yeah, 800 is the equivalent of $20, and then the DLC, it's $2, the equivalent of $2. So that's actually like 200, I think.
$200 for a video game?
No, $2.
Oh, $2.
Yeah, $2 for the DLC, and then $10 or $20. No, it's not $20. It's $10. $10 for the base game. So all total is $12. Base game and DLC, and that's for Sonic Adventure 2 HD.
Okay, so hold on. RSD is saying 800 Microsoft points is $10.
Yeah.
What am I paying $10 for? Because I missed what you were talking about.
That was the main game. The main game.
Which game?
The Sonic Adventure 2 HD.
Sonic Adventure 2 HD is only $10?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm totally getting that.
Yeah, it's only like, I wouldn't say it's a rumor, but apparently Ken Ballo actually told this to an SSMB member who then posted about it on the SSMB, that they are thinking that the game will probably be 800 Microsoft points. Well, he said $10 exactly, but 800 Microsoft points, and then there will be DLC, Battle DLC, for $2, which I do believe is...
That would bring it up to $12, and that's not too bad for a digital release, I don't think.
Yeah.
Especially for a re-release of the game that they've had out for a long time. So, I gotta agree. I was gonna say, I would totally pay $12. I would pay $12 for that plus the DLC. Totally.
Definitely.
Sonic 4 episode whatever and whatever was like $10, and that shit was fucking retarded. It was probably like $5. That game was probably like $5, wasn't it?
Actually,
and then they well no. I'm talking about before they realized how terrible it was tanking in the sales, and they started coming up with all these, this week only or this month only, or we're dropping the price.
Yeah, I believe it was 1,200 Microsoft points, so it was $15. So it was slightly more than what Sonic Adventure 2 HD could be.
$15 is still a good price point, especially for that game, because you could spend you could sell that game for $15, and I think people will buy it because
it's Sonic.
Yeah, well, because it's Sonic, and because especially in this day and age, $15 for a game that we know what that game is, we know what they're selling, and lots of us have played it before. and there is I mean, it's a big game. There's a lot of stuff in it to do. There's a lot of fun to be had, and you know, years ago that might have sold, you know, on a CD for, you know, 20 or 30 bucks. Well, in the digital age now, I think $15 is still a really great price point. And it's something where, you know, as a consumer, you're going to go, oh, 15 bucks? I know what I'm getting for 15 bucks. I'm getting fucking awesome for 15 bucks. I'm getting. So I imagine even if it's 20 bucks, even if they started off at like 20 bucks as a price point, people will still buy it because as a digital re-release, you know, of Sonic Adventure 2, and they're going to throw in the, you know, as DLC the battle add-ons, and probably all kinds of other fun little stuff that's going to be in there that they haven't announced yet. I think you're definitely getting bang for your buck.
Yeah, and it also helps that apparently, as if we didn't need any more information from the ESRB rating that came out for the game. Apparently Ken also confirmed that there will be a Steam version of Sonic Adventure 2 HD.
Oh, good. Well, sure. I mean, sure. There's no reason there shouldn't be. Steam is like the platform for digital distribution on PCs and computers and whatnot now. So there is no reason that you shouldn't see Steam releases on anything now. The fact that they have to announce that it's going to be on Steam, like that's some kind of special thing, is kind of boggling to me. Like, that's kind of stupid. Like, you know, you save up and you're like, and you know they will. Because they would do that shit. They'd be like, all right, this week, our big announcement for the entire week, we're releasing on Steam. And they'd be like, yay! And it'd be like, well, duh, you think they weren't going to release on Steam? They'd be fucking stupid not to. They're releasing on all the other, you know, console digital distribution platforms. They're not going to do it on PC? That'd be fucking retarded. Of course they're coming out on Steam.
Yeah, it's great to see that it is coming out on Steam, considering, like I said, a lot of Sonic fans do have Steam, so yeah, they'll get some money from that.
It's nice too, because then you know, they'll be able to. I'm sure they'll be able to have little, you know, Steam giveaways and sales. You know, like they if you've ever taken a look at Steam, they'll have, like, you know, little packs of games that get put on discount for, you know, a week or a month or whatever, like the Humble Indie Bundle, which I freaking love. Those are amazing. They always when they come out with those, I go grab them up because, first of all, you're supporting a good cause. All that money ends up going to good stuff, and secondly, the music in those games are great. And, you know, when they release, like, the soundtracks, and the games themselves are a lot of fun. And I can imagine, you know, Steam and Sonic Team and Sega and them putting something together where it's like, you know, hey, here's, you know, for this week, you know, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic CD, and you know, what's something else that's on Steam? Sonic Generations on Steam, all discounted, you know, half off. Go buy them up, and it's going to be even cheaper if you buy them all in this package than if you bought them independently. And you'll get people everywhere buying these things up. They'll make tons of money, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. And it also helps that apparently they also hinted at when the game will probably be released as well.
Did they now?
Yes, the October rumors, the October 3rd rumor, got quite a bit more valid, because once again, Ken did mention that the game will probably be released around the same time that Nights HD comes out, which will be in October. So
Nights HD?
Yeah, there's gonna be a Nights into Dreams HD.
Good, because that's no, wait, did I hear about that earlier? I think I heard about that at Boom, didn't I?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but Nights I'm a huge fan of as well, by the way. I would totally go buy Nights HD.
Yeah, I do believe Jet Set Radio HD is supposed to be coming out in a couple weeks. So
yep.
that will be a purchase for me. Hopefully by then I'll actually be able to hook up my 360 again, because I'm still using a replacement TV, because the one I'm still waiting for the one I usually use to get to return, because I'm still waiting for that projector bulb to come in. But yeah, what Sonic Remix said, it was
It was not really. It was not announced at Boom. It was at ASRT, whatever the fuck that stands for. So,
Stars Racing Transformed.
Sonic Racing Transformed was announced at Boom, and that game looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to hearing the soundtracks from that game. I'm actually falling a little bit behind. I need to go grab music and soundtracks from the some of the more recent the racing and Transformed and the like Mario at the Olympics and that kind of nonsense. Which I probably wouldn't go play those a lot of those games, except maybe for the racing ones, but the soundtracks, you never know, they could be really cool.
Yeah, but the game really seems to be taking off in anticipation now that we finally got some information about the damn game. The last news we got was the initial announcement at Sonic Boom, so hearing some good information. Not only does this reveal that, Sega's ready to speak a little bit more about the game, but they're also just about ready for release too, which would again fit into that October release date a lot more.
That would make sense, yeah.
But what Shadow Remix said, that's another thing that was going to be mentioned in the show. May as well bring it up now. Gum from Jet Set Radio has been confirmed for All Stars Racing Transformed. So
that's cool. Jet Set Radio is a really fun game. I wish I had a Dreamcast so I could play it. I never got the chance to, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing its release on Steam and everywhere else, so that I can finally play a game that I've been adoring the soundtrack to for years and years and years.
Yeah. And also, apparently, DHX acquired Cookie Jar Entertainment. Why?
What does that mean to me?
Cookie Jar Entertainment owned the 90s Sonic shows.
And DHX sounds familiar.
I believe they do. What is it? There's some kind of a television or DVD company or something like that. But
interesting.
Yeah, in the midst of what it seems to be a huge change of ownership between with all the Sonic TV shows, it's rather amusing to see that not only has 4Kids been really crippled, but something seems to me like Cookie Jar Entertainment might be getting crippled too, because they literally acquired Cookie Jar Entertainment. They didn't just buy their shows or library. Sounds to me like they bought the entire company. So that's pretty big.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah. And also, speaking of All Stars Racing Transformed, apparently there will be a Q&A session with Steve Lysett at Play Expo on October 13th.
Hell yeah! I can't wait to play that game.
Yeah.
Just seeing it on display at Boom was enough to hook me. It just looks fun. It looks like a good racing game.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do nowadays, especially with for kart racers. That is really hard to pull off in this day and age. I've always been a big fan of the more retro kind of stuff. I don't even have a PS3. My Xbox 360 died, so the last game I played was Halo Reach for a couple of months, and there's no way in hell I would ever buy a Nintendo Wii, because that shit's just retarded. But so I have all the older generation consoles, minus the original Xbox. So I play, I still play PS2 and PS1 games, and I've got a GameCube, so I play a bunch of GameCube games, and I emulate everything before that, and I'm really enjoying the fact that a lot of the developers lately for video game developers have been sort of I was trying to find a clever word. Basically, it's nice to see them reaching back to their roots and to these older kinds of games, and sort of just putting a fresh coat of paint on them, and polishing them up a little bit, and then re-releasing them. And it may sound like kind of lazy when you think about it, but in practice, it's been really, really cool. I mean, we've seen games like Rayman Origins, which was a really cool game. We've seen that I forget what the actual title was, but the Donkey Kong game that came out just a few months back. That game was really, really cool. You're seeing Sega release a bunch of their older games in HD, all polished up and brand new. That's really, really cool, because some of these I never got to play, and some of them I can't play anymore. Like, I'm waiting for Sonic R to get re-released in HD with, like, an updated soundtrack and all kinds of fun stuff, because I can't get Sonic R to play on Windows 7 because it's fucking retarded. You know why? Because when you start up Sonic R, and I have, like, the PC version, right? You start up Sonic R on your, like, Windows 7 machine, and Sonic R, like, initially looks to, like, see how fast your, like, computer is running, or something like that. And this was made back in like 1998, so yeah. It's like its maximum limit is like doesn't even exist anymore. I'm running a machine here with like 8 gigabytes of RAM, for God's sakes, and so you load up Sonic R and it's like, what? God, I'm trying to read God, and it crashes instantly. It's impossible to play. So the only way to get it to run is like I'd have to like try and emulate the Saturn version. I'm like, blah, I don't want to do that. It's like strawberry Poptarts. Nobody wants to eat those things. So I would love, and Sega Sonic Team, if you're listening, go ahead and release Sonic Transformed Racing, and then release Sonic R HD on Steam, so that I can play multiplayer with my friends online with Sonic R, and that shit would be awesome.
Speaking of which, I do believe there was, I should really have included this as a topic, but apparently they did confirm that there will be DLC after the game comes out, so maybe that Metal Sonic DLC and the Outrun Bay DLC will also, the Outrun Bay and Metal Sonic DLC will be among them.
Anything with Metal Sonic is awesome. And by the way, the guy across the table says he loves strawberry Pop-Tarts. You and, like, no one else. Nobody likes those things. The only reason you get strawberry Pop-Tarts is if there's nothing else to eat and you have to be somewhere in the next, like, 5 minutes. Like, that's like stop at the store and buy, like, a 2-pack of strawberry Pop-Tarts because you've got to eat something and then get to, like, class or work or something on time. No. If you've got time in the morning to enjoy a Pop-Tart, you go get, like, a blueberry or whatever these, like, crazy cool Pop-Tarts that has the shit all over the top of it, and it's got, like, frosted, whatever icing, and it tastes good. It's like, and you get to heat it up, and you actually heat it up. Like, honestly, when's the last time you ever heated up a Pop-Tart in the toaster? Never! Because if you're eating strawberry Pop-Tarts, you're eating them cold because you just bought them because you have to be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's Pop-Tarts, I mean. But,
Same thing with Go-Gurt. Nobody eats Go-Gurt anymore, but those things are really good. And holy shit, do you remember Capri Sun? Oh my god. I think they still make Capri Sun, and I might go buy some after we do this. Like, I might, like, after the show, I might get in my car and just drive down to the store and get some Capri Sun, and then just sit around and stare at people playing Sonic R on YouTube and be like, yeah, those are the good old days. And then, like, sip my Capri Sun, and then I'll, like, I'll pop in Sonic Adventure for the PC, which for some reason works just fine on Windows 7, and then I'll play that, because Sonic Adventure is kind of fun still. It's not as fun as Sonic Adventure 2, which I wish I had for PC, but it's coming out in HD pretty soon, and so like who gives a shit? I can just play it on Steam.
And Sonic Remix, I think, gave you another realization too.
What? Oreo Poptarts? Yeah, I remember Oreo Poptarts. Those aren't strawberry Poptarts. But your argument is invalid. Good day, sir. Oreo Pop-Tarts sounds fucking awesome. I would eat an Oreo Pop-Tart right now. I would sit down and I would put it in the toaster and I would heat up an Oreo Pop-Tart and I would eat it just like you gave me the day of Sonic Boom. And I would eat it with like a napkin. You don't eat that shit on a plate. You grab a big napkin and you eat it over a napkin. And that's how you eat a Pop-Tart. If you're eating strawberry Pop-Tarts, that's not happening because you went to the gas station because you have to be somewhere and you bought a 2-pack of like strawberry Pop-Tarts. You're not heating that shit up anywhere. Nobody toasts strawberry Pop-Tarts. They're too lame to toast.
SonicNews Show Pop-Tart edition. I love that name. I should use that, but
tonight it's all about Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
It's all about Pop-Tarts and Sonic 4 Episode 2 boss battle music. Fact, Disco Ponies, if you're still in there, holy shit, that's what I'll do. I will do a remix of that goddamned boss tune from Sonic 4 Episode 2, and that'll be the theme song for the Sonic show. And that way, you know it'll get stuck in everyone's head. People will be like, what are you doing? I'm singing that theme song from the Sonic show. Well, shut up. Be like, I can't. It's fucking stuck in my head.
But to answer Resident ST's question, yes, it'll be on YouTube. Hopefully later tonight. After the show ends.
Later tonight, like our time, like my time, because there's no way it's going up later tonight, like UK time, because that's like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it'll probably be up in like next few hours or so.
Like, don't even worry. Like, just go ahead and shut the fuck up. Like, stop complaining, because like we're in the moment right now. It's all about Pop-Tarts and Sonic 4 Episode 2, and Ken Ballo wishes he could plug that game like I plug that game.
Shut the fuck up and eat a Pop-Tart.
Like, honestly, Sonic 4 Episode 2, like, when they released the soundtrack, I was honestly hoping that they would have, like, some remixes on there. Like, all I want is, like, okay, Sonic 4 Episode 2, initially, I was fucking stoked for it. I could not wait for that game to come out because of that stupid fucking release trailer with, like, the boing, boing, boing. You'd be like zipping all over the place and hitting, you know, buttons and going through loops and shit. And they got like awesome, cool techno music in the background. It's like Sonic 4 Episode 2, releasing this later. And then, you know, it'd be like Metal Sonic at the end. It'd be like, holy shit, this game's gonna be fucking amazing. And then the game comes out and it's like, and they're like fucking, like, they were so fucking lazy. Like, and I don't even look at it as like an ode. Like, you can talk to people and they'd be like, oh, well, they were really cool. They did like an homage to Twinkle Park. No, they didn't. That shit was not an homage. That was like, hey, someone, like, thousands of people have put up like MIDI files for Twinkle Park, and we're like too fucking lazy to make a good fucking soundtrack for this game. So let's just like throw in half of Twinkle Park for this song that we're making. Why not? Like, who's gonna care? They'll think we're doing an homage. And then we'll hit our deadline to get this song out, and people will think we're fucking cool. And it's like, you know, it's nice to hear Twinkle Park in that game in like 8-bit, but like I could rip a MIDI off of the internet and make it 8-bit and get the same fucking feeling. So why can't you just give me an original goddamn soundtrack? And why do half the songs in that game sound the same? Like, there's like two entirely separate zones that have similar sounding music. Like, the melodies are exactly the same. And, I might add, they're fucking melodies and shit from Sonic 4 Episode 1. They just ripped that shit off. They ripped off their own shitty game. How do you do that and sleep well at night? I'm sorry. Like, that game looks really cool, but just fails miserably. It's just sad. It's really sad. Like, I desperately want there to be, like, a new, like, you know, just tiny little, like, it could be on the 3DS. Just come out with a new fucking handheld Sonic game that doesn't suck balls. I don't want Sonic Rivals, you know, none of that shit. Sonic Rush was cool, but, like, I don't want Sonic Rush. You know, it had its time. It was a lot of fun, you know, pressing a button and then boosting through the entire fucking stage. I don't want that anymore. I want to return to, like, Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance was, like, really cool, dude. Like, Sonic Advance 1 was like playing a Sonic the Hedgehog game. That was the last great Sonic the Hedgehog game. It felt... And it was by Dimps! Can you believe that shit? Sonic Advance 1 was by Dimps, and that game is fucking awesome! And then they made Sonic Advance 2, and I happen to really like that game too, because it's all about racing. And even though it was a hold right to win. And then Sonic Advance 3, not so much, because it was kind of complicated and weird. And then, like, by Sonic Advance 3, that's when Dimps all of a sudden was, like, fucking up left and right, and coming up with, like, let's just put speed boosters fucking everywhere, and, you know, make our levels really complicated and, you know, badly designed so that people don't know where the fuck to go. But as long as they're holding right, they'll get to the end. You know, I love Rush. Rush was great. I love Sonic Advance 2 and Sonic Advance 1, but, like, Dimps just started rolling downhill from there. I don't know if it was change of management or something else, but you guys just fucked up hard. Go back and play Sonic Advance 1, seriously. And 2, because they're great. And they're like the portable, like, and a lot of people don't realize this, Sonic Advance series was like the portable version of the initial, like, console, 3D console series. Like, okay, look at it this way. You got Sonic Adventure. It's the first realm into 3D. And it was a 3D Sonic game that had lots of really cool platforming elements in it still, and lots of really cool, like, running around elements in it. And it was kind of wonky, and they tried really hard, but you could still say it was kind of like a good Sonic game on the 3D. And that was sort of the same thing that happened with Sonic Advance 1. It felt a lot like an original Sonic the Hedgehog game. Then you get Sonic Adventure 2, which was like constantly just like people racing and getting to the end of the stage as fast as possible, and just, like, you know, there was no kind of, like, platforming or anything really. It was just get to the end as fast as you can. And that's the same thing with Sonic Advance 2. You get to the end as fast as you can. Fucking amazing. Fucking cool. And then you've got Sonic Heroes, which had, like, 3 different characters you had to play as, and it was, like, had shitty gameplay. Like, cool soundtrack, but, like, shitty gameplay. And didn't really translate all that well into a good game. And the same thing happened with Sonic Advance 3! You had to play as, like, multiple characters, and the levels were all, like, goofy and weird, and it was, like, as long as you kind of could get through it, you were okay, but it was buggy and weird, and it was like, alright. It's like, I just thought I'd point that out. It's the Sonic News Show, and that is the fucking Sonic News that you've never heard before, ever. First, at Sonic Paradox. Big fucking banner at the top. You heard it here first, folks.
Oh boy, they're gonna remember this show for a while, I'm sure. But at least on a positive note, Generations, of all the games that have been getting attention lately, Sonic Generations has been getting good news. the sales for it it had a surge in sales took place in the UK within the past month and a half. And the game also got nominated in the 30th annual Golden Joystick Awards.
Golden Joystick. That sounds cool. Can I get a golden joystick? Is that like a sex shop thing? Do you have to go to get a golden joystick?
Oh God, I can see it now.
I'm just poking fun. Like, no, because like Golden Joystick Award is like a goofy sounding award for something that's really cool. Like you win a golden joystick, it's like, hey, yeah, all right, we won some cool awards. But the name just sounds goofy. It's like, it's fucking video games are fun and all, but like you're gonna call it the Golden Joystick Award? Are you kidding? Golden joystick? Are you kidding?
Yeah. But I mean, on a good note, there apparently are like an onslaught of soundtracks showing up on iTunes as well. Apparently, the Jet Set Radio official soundtrack has been made available for pre-order on iTunes, and you can also now purchase on iTunes the soundtracks to Secret Rings and Black Knight.
That's cool, except for the fact that iTunes fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's
hard.
iTunes.
Like, that's my only problem with that, is like, they keep going, oh yeah, it's out on iTunes. It's like, oh great, it's like the world's biggest musical distribution thing, and I'm like, yeah, it also sucks. just like iPods and iPads are like the biggest thing, but they suck. Just like Macs suck, except in very specific circumstances where you need to like render video or shit like that. But like honestly, it's like, I run into people all the time that use like iTunes and they don't know any better, and I'll be like, all right, well, go ahead, use your iTunes. But then they come to me and complain and be like, so I lost all my music because I lost my credentials to iTunes, or I can't burn it to a CD because it's all in some weird format, or how do I do this because I don't know where iTunes store. I'd be like, idiot, because you're using fucking iTunes. iTunes has everything in its own goddamn format, and it stores everything in the fucking cloud. Ooh, the cloud. So you don't actually get to own your own fucking music, you just own the right to stream it off of the internet. You don't actually own that fucking MP3, you own the right to listen to it. That's what the cloud is. Folks, if you think the cloud is an innovation in music, it's not. It's fucking stupid. The cloud is like, hey, instead of people paying money and then we actually give them something, how about people pay us money and then they just get to the right to like borrow it. Like, I want to listen to this. Oh, don't worry, it's in the cloud. I have the right to listen to this because I paid for it. I don't actually own the song or anything, but I get to listen to whatever I want because I paid to borrow that song now and then when I want to. Like, people are fucking stupid. And that's why, first of all, I use Winamp because it's fucking awesome and it's fast. It's not fucking slow and retarded like iTunes is. And it's not a fucking music library like iTunes tries to be, even though you can set it up that way because it's got a fucking library. Every media player's got a library. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say real quick that I actually am using Winamp right now, coincidentally.
Yeah, it's because it's fucking awesome. No, and then you keep all of your music in folders on your computer where it belongs. Not in the cloud. What is it? We don't know. It's just out there. People don't know what the cloud is. It's like, it's the right for... the cloud is a bunch of servers, and you pay for the right to access them. That's all it is. The cloud is not you owning a song. It's you own the right to listen to the song at certain times.
Yeah.
It's like like with Pandora and Spotify. Well, I don't know if I want to talk about this all that much. This is like radio shit where, Anyways, so feel free to take a radio class at your local college, and you'll learn all about Spotify and Pandora and why they're not as amazing as you might think they are. Because they are kind of cool, but in the bigger sense of things, they're not doing so hot. Especially Pandora. they're just now breaking even.
Yeah, it's... I'd imagine iTunes will eventually, like... It's only going because people want those, you know, tracks on their iPods and iPhones and et cetera, and all this shit, but... No, I never used iTunes, and probably never will.
That's good, that's good. Hey, so Silver Sonic wants to hear some Tricky Wolf. Can you throw some Tricky Wolf onto the stream there, and we can listen to that while we chat about whatever the fuck it is we're talking about?
Well, I just played some of her tracks, so...
Play more! How many more do you have?
I know I've played at least 2/3 of the album, so...
Oh, okay, well that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone's pretty much hearing the entire album in this one show.
Good. Hey, I can't stress enough, go check out the Sonic Paradox remix shorts. It's freaking amazing. There's like 8 songs on it by Sonic Sneakers, which is totally news to me. There's stuff in there from like all kinds of games. I mean, we've got Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic Adventure is in there. I've done some Sonic Adventure stuff myself. Sonic Spinball is back and it's sounding just great. Sonic Colors is in there. I think even there's an Ice Cap and some of the older generation games. Dreams of an Absolution. There's some Dreams of an Absolution dubstep. You can't not want to hear that. I mean, you have to go download this just to hear that, if for any other reason. And probably one of my favorite songs on the entire album, besides Power Plant by Tricky Wolf, because it's cool and that's a Heroes. But Rooftop Run, Rexy, who's been getting some nice mentions this week. Chocolate Chipped Cream Sundae Supreme, where you get to listen to Rexy scream lyrics at you, and it's hilarious and awesome all at the same time. And it's Rooftop Run, so like, why would you not want to download this album? Seriously, go download the album. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And we've been playing tunes behind us all night, I will assume, because I've had it on mute. But
yeah.
But yeah, I've got 3 songs on there, and other people have 3 songs on there, and Sonic Sneakers has 8 songs on there. But they're good, so like, don't complain. Like, they're good. Like the Pyramid, what is it called?
Electric Excavation Down Pyramid Cave.
Yeah, that one. Holy crap! Like, that one I go crazy for, because Pyramid Cave. Like, how often do you hear like people giving that song some love? Never. And I remember like playing that game all the time, and like, dude, Pyramid Cave was one of those stages where like you went through it really quickly, and then by the end of it, you were like, oh, good, I got through it. I wasted a couple of lives, but now I get to fight some giant, annoying, like scary as hell, ghost. By the way, King Boom Boo is like scary as fuck. Like, when you are fighting that guy, and it, like, the music doesn't help. The fact that it's got this goofy, fucking, like, orchestrated music in it. But, like, this thing just... And it just, like, creeps up on you from, like, half the screen. Because you're always running too fast, and you have to, like, stop and peek around the other way so that he'll, like, catch up to you. So that you're not, like, overshooting how quickly you can run. And he'll pop out of nowhere, and his face fills up like half the screen. You're like, holy shit! And see, I got disconnected again from the chat.
Yeah, it did the same for me, too.
Yeah, see?
I mean, it's still saying I'm streaming, so...
Click around on those things on the top. It'll take you back. It's got me back, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It's live stream being a derp, I think.
I can still chat now, so it was just live stream. Yeah, it is. It's Rexy week, which is really cool because she makes some good stuff.
Yeah. I apparently we are. Yep. It just reconnected me to the viewer count. So the live stream is just being a real derp tonight.
Yep.
If it really was on my end that the disconnections were taking place, then it would tell me in Procaster that I was disconnected from the internet or something.
Yeah, it's just the website. It's just being goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what else? You got any more Sonic news for us there? What else has been going on?
Well, just a couple more things. Actually, we're almost done.
Okay, cool. Any fan gaming news?
Not really. It's been really quiet now that Sage finished. But
did you have fun at Sage?
Oh yeah, there was some pretty fun stuff going on there. There was some there was some cool stuff. You know, the games. You know, I can definitely see how they would be exciting. You know, they would excite people, and looking forward to see how they evolve up to their releases. But really, in regards to fan gaming news as a whole, it's, like I said, quieted down quite a bit since Sage finished. But otherwise, the only two things we really haven't discussed is that the limited edition of All-Stars Racing Transformed will be on the 3DS.
Why wouldn't it be?
I have no idea, but they did confirm it finally, that indeed that would also be on. It'll also be on 3DS. And apparently the Wii U version of Transformed will be supporting X5 offline multiplayer. 5 people will be able to play in multiplayer offline.
5? Why 5?
Because
5?
4 for the main screen and 5 for the controller.
Okay.
Or
That's
1 for
odd.
the controller. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of a racing game that was like, oh yeah, up to 5 people can play. Usually it's like up to 2, up to 4, up to 6, up to 8. You never hear like, oh, up to 5. That is such a Wii thing. That is such a Wii thing to say. Up to 5 people can play on the Wii. The Wii is like a weird, like, French, like, video game console where, like, it's too full of itself to have, like, super high quality graphics and, like, hardcore games. And all it does is just sit around collecting dust because parents bought them for their, like, 2-year-old because they thought that it would be fun to be able to work out, and also their 2-year-old likes Mario. But then it just sits in the closet, you know, for the rest of the year. And that's why I could never bring myself to buy a Wii. And so, like, the Wii, that's like the Wii's whole thing is like, oh yes, well, we make games for children. We love children, we make games for children. But then you've got, like, the PS3 and the Xbox, and like, fuck! Extreme fucking games! Oh my god, we've got Metal Gear Solid! Holy shit! What else do you have? Oh my god, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog! What the fuck? What else is going on? Oh, you better believe it, it's Biohazard! Holy crap! Oh my god, Modern Warfare! Jesus Christ! And like, the Wii would never get caught dead. Like, the Wii was taking chances. Like, they must have been, like, holding on for their lives when they allowed Metroid Prime to become a 3-part trilogy series throughout the, you know, the GameCube and the Wii and all that bullshit. Like, that was the kind of game that took those systems to the breaking points. That was the kind of shit that, like, Crash Bandicoot did on the original PlayStation, where people were sitting around going like, how the fuck did they do that? And they're like, well, we had to, like, rewrite our own shit to get it to work on your platform. And like, that was, at the time, those were like the only reasons you'd own, like, a GameCube. Be like, why do you have a GameCube? Dude, I want to play, like, Smash Brothers Brawl and Metroid Prime. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And plus, dude, like, Sonic Adventure is on the GameCube. Ah, right on. Well, what other reasons? No, that's it. What? No, that's like the only reason to own a Nintendo console. Yeah, maybe you want to play F-Zero here or there, and, you know, there might be, you know, a reason to sit back with Mario Sunshine, but on the whole, there's no other reason to play a Nintendo console. There's none. Their big thing is like, oh, well, we have, you know, just on the Wii, you can download games to play. Yeah, I can emulate that shit. What the fuck would I care about that? Oh, but on the Wii, we have, you know, exclusive Sonic the Hedgehog game. Yeah, and like shitty quality because your graphics engine sucks, and your controller is like some weird like I have to use both of my hands. Fuck that nonsense. By the way, now that I'm on a roll here, motion gaming, folks, is not the future of gaming. I don't care what anyone wants to tell you. The fact that motion gaming exists in its current state is because they have invested so much money and effort and time into making motion gaming a thing that after you realize that it's not fun to play these kinds of games, and they usually suck, and there's not enough of them, and then they're not going to sit back and go, well, that was a big failure. I suppose we won't just continue to go in that direction. No, they've got to make like it's like the next big thing. They'd be like, yeah, fucking 3D televisions, and holy shit, now you can just like move in front of the TV, and it'll like do your cooking, and fucking you can dance at games, and like work out and shit, and Sonic Riders, and it, like, dude, it's fucking retarded. Like, I don't want to be standing up, moving around to like play a video game. That shit is stupid. If I want to play a video game, I'll grab a controller, I'll sit on my couch with like a box of pizza and some Pepsi and maybe a couple of ding-dongs, and I will play a fucking video game, because I don't want to have to stand up and jump around because I'm out of shape. And if I want to play a game where I have to stand up and jump around, that's what Dance Dance Revolution and In the Groove are for, and I do that at the arcades, alright? That's what an arcade is for, standing and playing a video game. You don't get to fucking sit down at an arcade unless it's, like a racing game. And even then, it's like a giant fucking car that, like, made out of plastic that you're sitting in. You don't get that at home. So, like, why would they want you to be standing up, moving around when you're at home trying to play a game when you can just, like, sit back on the couch and relax? And besides, like, their whole big thing where it's like, well, you can play golf. Look, you can play golf and do all these things with the Wiimote and the magic wand that looks like a fucking sex toy that, like, PlayStation came out with. And you're like, well, I can, like, sit back on my couch and flick my fucking wrist, and it generates the exact same response in the game. So I don't really need to be standing up, making a full-blown, golf swing when I can just flick my wrist from, like, halfway across my room on my bed while I'm, like, eating cheese pies and downing a liter of soda. It's not the future. Not. The future is sitting around on a couch with a controller playing video games just like we always have. And just like you're seeing now, people are moving away from that shit because nobody wants it because it's fucking stupid, and they want to play like good old-fashioned games with good old-fashioned gameplay.
Yeah.
First at Sonic Paradox.
Also first at Sonic Paradox.
I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my strawberry Poptart now, because I think the show doesn't have much time left, and I need to eat something before the end. So,
well,
here comes my strawberry Poptart.
Actually, we did cover all the topics, so pretty much we are done.
Oh wow! Holy shit! Well, you want to give some love to the Paradox remix shorts a little bit, and plug some of the songs on there. Do you have any favorites that you have on the album so far?
Probably, well, let's see. I love Thomas's track, Tonight at Club Labyrinth. That's Recorder Dude, using the chat. I do love, what was it? Dreams Have an Absolution. Which one? There was another one. The Rooftop Run one. I think It Swims in Circles is pretty damn cool. Pretty much the whole album as a whole is just amazing. Like, even all the favorites I list, they're not really, like, they're not too far away from, everything else is not too far away from being up there as a favorite of mine too. So like, the whole album is just a favorite of mine. I mean, it really shows just the talent that Sonic fans can possess if they put their minds to it and their hearts to it. And when they do, you get masterpieces like this, and it's just brilliant. It really is.
I've got to agree. Like I've said, I really think that Sonic Paradox Remix Shorts has set a new standard for our these little community remix albums. And like I said, the TSSMA 12 is going to have to blow it absolutely out of the water, and I'm totally looking forward to that. Now, I do have a personal question. I want to ask you a little personal question about my own tunes. And I know you said you love Ding the Ting, and everyone else seems to be enjoying that as well. And Bang It Out. I haven't really heard a whole lot of love for that song, but it's kind of a. I was taking risks with doing it in hard style. And I don't know if that's everyone's thing. I will say it was a lot of fun to make because Bang It Out is absolutely, as far as I know, it's the first time anyone has ever used the original recorded vocals from Work It Out from Sonic R in any kind of remix or project or anything, and that is because I ripped them out of the song myself, and they are full-on a cappella. So besides that, probably and I really loved both of those, my absolute personal favorite, just because of the direction I chose to go in, was the tune that I did for Lost World for Tricky Maze. I've got to ask you, what do you think of that song? And primarily just because I know, like, no one has, I don't think, given any love to that source at all.
Like I said, the track is just amazing. It's catchy, you know. It's like I said, I love catchy catchy tracks. It stands out to me, you know. It gets me going, gets me bebopping, gets me energetic. I love tracks that do that, you know. And it's just brilliant. It really is. I
appreciate that. Did you have a favorite stage from Sonic Adventure? Because I happened to really like, Lost World was probably one of my favorite stages in that game. But Speed Highway is, obviously, what was the one? Not Twinkle Park. I absolutely hated Twinkle Park because that was fucking annoying stage. It's like, dude, it's like you riding a go-kart for half the time, and then you're riding on a, roller coaster half the time, and then you gotta like just jump around a bunch of shit. It didn't really feel like a very well thought out stage to me. It felt like kind of a gimmicky kind of a thing. But actually, I prefer the ice cap stages.
Yeah, I think my favorite would probably be the first one. It'd probably be Emerald Coast.
Emerald Coast.
I don't know. It's a nice little stage, to get used to the controls and goof around a little bit in. It's one of those stages where you can just run around and just, like I said, get used to the controls. Just
it's a good first stage.
Yeah, it's a stage that really, it's enjoyable and very casual in comparison to the other stages where you're constantly on, the edge of your seat. So
I gotta say too, Resident FD and some of the other people in here are going, Skydeck was amazing. Skydeck was amazing, but that stage was so crazy. Like, that was. And they pulled it off really well, I gotta say. Like, Skydeck was literally like it was like the Death Egg stage in 3D. It was just constantly throwing you every which direction.
Yeah.
Red Mountain 2 was a lot of fun. Red Mountain, because that was something like totally brand new. That was you couldn't have done something like that before on anything else, but. No, Ice Cap, and I loved Lost World just because it still had a good sense of speed to it, which I think is a really big defining factor in a Sonic game. But it blended speed and platforming like really well for me, and it didn't give me the kind of sense that I had to slow down a lot just to get through something like I did in Skydeck. Skydeck had lots of like, really tight, narrow passages, and lots of cool stuff going on. But you'd have to like slow down and get through a single section, and it would take you a really long time, especially if you weren't very good like I was. And I didn't get that with Lost World. Lost World was like, if you failed, you really must have, you felt it. You sucked because they were easy enough to get through. It shouldn't take you much more than maybe like 2 or 3 minutes to get through that entire stage.
Yeah.
Maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. But I don't know.
Yeah. But I guess we should go ahead and end it. I mean, we've been going for nearly 2 hours now, actually.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, that was a nice, good show for everyone to enjoy, to round out the weekend, the very first weekend in September, so it was, definitely something to remember. Definitely a nice little podcast episode to, remember for a while. And I guess before we, head out, I guess you want to plug anything?
Sure. Okay, so first of all, like we've been saying, you definitely want to go check out the Sonic Paradox Remix Shorts album. It's dude, it's got like 24 different songs on it, and they're all amazing. They're absolutely incredible. There's 3 of my tracks on there, 3 of other people's, and 8 of Sonic Sneakers, like we've been joking about. But they're great. They're good songs, so there's no reason to complain. If you haven't heard about it, head on over to the TSS and check out the Sonic Stadium Music Album 2012. We are still accepting submissions because the deadline's not until like the end of the year. Brandy, what are you doing? Stop running around on my pillow like it's some kind... My dog jumps up on my bed and just starts rolling around on my pillow. I don't know what's going on. What else? Go check out my website, djear.com. I've got links on there to all kinds of places where you can listen to my music. I've got my Facebook, so you can follow me on there. Twitter, I tweet a lot, so you can see what's going on with me on there. YouTube, I've got a couple of new bits on YouTube that you can check out, but I don't spend that much time on there. Bandcamp. Bandcamp is where I sell and release all of my albums, so if you want to support me, you can run on over there. I've got lots of music on there that are free. You can pay if you want on several tracks. It's completely up to you. Some of them are, you have to pay because, I gotta make some money somehow. SoundCloud, I got a link on SoundCloud. That's typically where I upload really long mixes because I do actually DJ. I make music and DJ.
Yeah.
And I have some demos and samples, and I put little works in progress up on there, so you can check me out on SoundCloud as well. If you're interested in the kinds of genres of music that I do have a radio show that I do on 88.5 FM. That would be ksbr.org, ksbr.org, and my show is local time. It's Saturday nights at midnight, from midnight to 2 in the morning, Sunday mornings, and I just spin and play a bunch of house and electro music. I'm going to be starting up a podcast, bi-monthly, I think, podcast. Next week, I believe I'm going to be starting it up. And it's just going to be whatever it is that I decide to DJ and spin and talk about. And this is going to be leading up to my very first AnthroCon, because I do happen to be a furry, and I plan on going to the biggest furry convention in the world next year. And I got to make some money somehow, and so I'm going to be releasing some albums. I'll talk about that not now, but if you follow me, you'll hear about it. I got some new albums in the works, and so this podcast I'm gonna do just to lead up to it and keep myself motivated and excited. I also do a little radio show Monday nights local time. and that's on ocrockradio.com. It's called the Monday Night Meltdown. It's a 3-hour talk show from 7 to 10 at night with myself and a couple of other friends. And we sit around and we just bullshit about anything and everything that we want to. Kind of like what we did tonight, except even less structured. I guarantee you won't be able to stop laughing. Shadow and Sonic and Shadow Remix will probably be able to vouch for me on that. They've become recent fans, and they're they continue to laugh at everything that we do. So I'm really excited about that. We've been doing that for several years now. Other than that, that's pretty much all I've got to say. You know, it's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you letting me come on here and talk about you know, my music and talk about the remix shorts and
Poptarts.
And Poptarts and Sonic 4 and Sonic Advance series and God, and all the you know, SonicNews that we've covered. You know, Sonic Adventure 2 is going to be coming out in HD pretty soon. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so final 3 things. I'm currently addicted to Minecraft. If you want to like hook me up on Minecraft, you can like tweet me or something. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit in 1998 I recently installed, and it's still like the best Need for Speed game ever. Absolutely ever. What else? Definitely go check me out online and listen to my remixes and my music and all that fun stuff. And you know, maybe go give Sonic Paradox a look-see, because they're pretty cool dudes, and I've enjoyed working with them and putting together this album. So that is just about all that I could possibly say. I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's a very fitting way to conclude the show tonight. I do thank DJ Ear for being on the show. I mean, especially with such a short notice, with there only being like a few days to get ready. And, you know, also to contend with the fact that, you know, I had to kind of rush to get the remix shorts on my computer at the last minute, because I've been so busy with the last week getting YouTube videos up on my YouTube channel. I've probably put up like 30 videos in the past week to catch up on stuff, so I didn't really have the time to do anything SonicNews show related until like the last minute. But luckily I did get everything situated. We still got the show figured out, and it turned out to be probably the best show we've had in a few weeks. Like
dude.
Like I said, thanks for having me. What the fuck?
All right, we got you to swear. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, one last thing I do want to throw out there. I do have an album out. It's pretty recent. It's called Green Eyes Zone Bad Future. There are literally 18 tracks on this album, and it's all kinds of Sonic the Hedgehog remixes and fun stuff. It's absolutely free, but if you choose to you know, toss me some gas money, that's up to you. It comes with some old artwork that I did back in, it's actually, I think it's in 2002. I drew a little comic. So if you want to head over to my Bandcamp page and check that out, I would very much appreciate it. And totally, definitely consider spreading the word, because I'm fucking awesome, and other people should know how fucking awesome I am.
Well, I definitely think they deserve to listen to those tracks, because when it comes to Sonic remixes and, you know, Sonic fan music, one of the first people that I think of that comes to mind is you. So it's really something that people need to check out. I really think that they should check out DJ Ear's music, and hopefully they all enjoy it, and I think they will. I mean, every track tells its own story, and musical, you know, a musical story, and even though they don't, you know, they're all not one story, like one consistent story. Each one tells its own perspective stories, but the point I'm trying to get across. But anyway, one specific story for each track, and they're all just brilliantly done. I just couldn't stress this enough. It's one hell of a library. One that I don't think anyone else in the Sonic community, let alone the internet community as a whole, owns.
I will say I've been making music for the past like 9.5 years. I have been doing this, so I still continue to look at myself as in progress, and I probably always will. But especially to anyone else who is looking to getting into making music, don't look up at your idols and go, "I will never get there." And don't be too hard on how your music sounds at the time. It all comes with practice, and it all comes with experience. And if you have the passion to continue to learn and try to improve yourself, over time you will start sounding better and better and better and better and better. And everyone starts off at different levels. So don't be discouraged by comparing yourself to other people. Focus on how well you enjoy your work and improving it when possible. And take criticism nicely.
Yeah.
Unless it's not nicely given. If it's constructive criticism, take it nicely. Take it to heart, because people sometimes actually are trying to help you.
Definitely. That's the perfect advice I can think of to give when it comes to trying to become a musician yourself. It's really just a matter of effort, really. I mean, look at the remix shorts. Look how effort shines. It's a great example of people who decided, hey, we're gonna do this album. Let's put our all into it. Like what Vizard said. Let's not give up at it. Let's keep doing this and put like I said, put all our effort into it, and hope it'll come out wonderful. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep. All right, man. Well, it was. I know you need to wrap this show up. I got to get going too because I'm kind of hungry. It's 5 o'clock now, my time. I don't know about you or anyone else listening, but it's been an absolute pleasure being here, and definitely should do this again sometime. I would love to come back if you would have me.
Yeah, I would. I would no doubt love to bring you back if whenever in the future episodes. So definitely, may as well end it now. So. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you hopefully next Sunday if I do have some topics to talk about, and hopefully we do have another guest here. Who knows what the guest will be? I actually don't know.
You want to do a final count of who we've got in the chat room?
Why not? Why not? We can go ahead and do that. I am actually supposed to do that during the show, but I keep forgetting. But yeah, we have quite a few people here. Shattuck the dog, Sonic Sega Fan 1991. Who's that guy? I see DJ Ear twice actually.
Yeah, see, the live stream kept screwing up on me. So there's 2 of me, which is probably more than enough. I have enough ego as it is. You don't need 2 of me.
Yeah,
but that second guy, that second DJ Ear, he seems like a pretty cool guy. So
yeah. Yeah, we also have My Name is Hukos. We have Recorder Dude, Resident SD, Shadow Remix, Silver Sonic, Sonic Remix, The Guy Across the Table, The Wax, Ultramaster 15, and Vizard Jeff Hogg. So
and big ups, Viz. A lot of this stuff we probably couldn't do without you.
Yeah.
Well, we probably could, and I could probably do a better job, but I don't have the wherewithal to make that happen because I'm too busy. So it couldn't have been done without you.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge credit goes out to everyone who did the Sonic Remix shorts. Big thumbs up to them for a job well done, and check it out if you haven't. We've plugged it enough as it is, so you know where to go, you know what to do. Go listen. But until next Sunday, hopefully we do have a full Sunday Sonic Live lineup with, of course, Radio Redux by Kevin, Archangel UK, Eva, followed by the Sonic Show Live with Disco Ponies, and then of course the Sonic News Show with yours truly. Hopefully, you know, we have a full lineup next week, considering I know Jay wasn't able to stream this week, but nevertheless, thank you for watching. Thanks again.
And oh my God! Late breaking news
What?
from TSS: Sonic Adventure 2 to contain bonus developer interviews. This is absolutely late breaking. Like, they just tweeted it. It's first at TSS, but it's also kind of first at Sonic Paradox. So there's a link on their Twitter account. Definitely want to go over there and hit that up. They're saying at about 40 seconds into this little trailer that was just released, it cuts to Mr. Iizuka along with the tagline "Bonus Developer Interviews," along with what appears to be concept artwork for Jet Set Radio. No specifics has been made yet as to how long each interview will be, or if there are any other surprises to be found in the re-release of SA2.
Yeah.
You talked about this earlier, didn't you?
I might have, but
Well, too bad. We're talking about it now, and then that's it. That's the end of the show.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
thanks for watching, guys. I'll hopefully see you next week after I've recuperated from this show. But thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully see you next week.
Da, 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 da.
Good night, everybody. Oh man.